today is the Vancouver Food Court Tour Part 2. As some of you guys might already know, Vancouver has some of the best Asian food here in North America because there are huge immigrant populations here. So in case you haven't seen Part 1 yet, I have linked it in the cards and in the description box down below. Definitely make sure to check it out because there are tons of good spots there. And if you guys are into travel food tours, please give me a thumbs up. That would seriously help me know what you guys are into. And yeah, let's get chunked. Right now we're here at President Plaza and it's only a few steps away from the Aberdeen Canada line station. Super convenient. I think this place is built back in the 1990s and it's definitely a smaller mall. So first off, we are here at Take. This place maybe opened only 2 years ago. Pretty new. This stall always has a line and it's seriously popping because everyone and their moms love to flock here for their authentic Hong Kong style Ta Tan Tan breakfast. I just love how their menu features a bunch of Hong Kong classics from pork chop noodles to Swiss chicken wings. But what they're famous for is actually the soft scrambled eggs. And honestly, that's what we're here for today. My sister highly recommends the satay beef noodles, so that's what we're gonna get. And it comes with a side of eggs as well as toast. So what makes a Hong Kong style scrambled egg really different than your usual scrambled eggs is that they're usually really softly scrambled and with a little bit of milk. So you're getting that nice silky texture and the eggs themselves are still a little bit runny. So you're getting all that juice and moisture. This style of eggs is super nostalgic for anyone who grew up in Hong Kong. Like you can literally find this at most Ta Tan Tan. This looks so good right now. Let's give it a try. These eggs right here are so delicious and extremely on point. Super rich and buttery in flavor, just very creamy. And the texture is insane. Very velvety, super soft. I just love how it's a little bit runny and that you can just see the juices in there. That's when you know that's a sexy ass egg. And look at this milk bread right here. I love that it's slightly toasted and brushed with butter. I'm gonna try it with the eggs. The bread really acts as a very nice sponge for those nice buttery eggs. And because the bread is slightly toasted, I like how there's a bit of crisp when you're eating into it. And now we're gonna move on to the satay beef noodles. Just look at how beautiful this is. There's the satay beef on top, and then at the bottom, there's the broth and the instant ramen. I think I'm gonna try the beef first. The flavor is really nice. I love that sweet savoriness you're getting from that peanut butter taste. I also like how the beef itself is very bite-sized, very tender. For those of you that don't know what Hong Kong style satay beef is usually like, it's this brown sauce that has a lot of peanut butter in it, but there's also a lot of spices in there. There's also soy sauce. It's really thick, creamy, and savory, and that's how it should be. And now let's try the instant noodles. I just love instant noodles when it comes to any kind of Hong Kong noodle soup dish because the curviness of the noodles just gives it such a nice texture. It's kind of more sturdy and also gives it this chewiness. It's just the perfect sponge that soaks up all that broth. I know it's not the healthiest, but it's just always been my preference. And now I'm gonna try the soup. There's definitely chicken broth in there as the base of the soup. And what I like about getting satay beef as an option is that the satay sauce also kind of mixes with the soup eventually. So you're getting that nutty, creamy broth that has beef essence in it. Very good. And it should be no surprise to anyone that I'm a big fan of lemon tea. I actually saw the guy in there steeping the tea. It looks like they do their teas in clay pots. We have this silk sock equipment. Very legit. All right, let's give this a try. Wow. I've had a lot of Hong Kong style lemon teas while I'm here in Vancouver, and this one is really nice. What I like about it is that it almost has this floral flavor to it. The tea is perfectly steeped and there's a nice smoothness to it that goes really nice with the sourness of the lemons. Perfect combo. Good shit. For our second stop, we are here at 990. This is a mom and pop shop that always has a line around lunchtime. Pork hock is their specialty and they usually sell out before they close. So you should come here early. So we got the pork hock rice right here. It smells so good. Just look at this entire portion. It's definitely way too much for a solo diner like me. So the pork hock right here comes with rice that's drenched in that wonderful braised sauce. It also comes with a braised steak, potato strips, and glass noodles with some pickled marinated long beans on top. All right, let's try the pork hock. This is basically fall off the bone tender, basically melt in your mouth. The pork hop here is braised perfectly, and it still retains that nice moisture in there. I just love how there's such a perfect balance of fat and lean parts in here. You get the nice fatty gelatinous skin, and then it's paired with this nicely braised tender meat, and even the lean parts are still really juicy. Very, very nicely done. Gonna try some of the rice. I just love how it soaks up all those pork juices. There's this nice sweet savoriness to it because they do pour some of that braised sauce on it. And now I'm gonna try the potato strips. It's very, very savory, but without it being too heavy. I think there are some vinegar components in there in the sauce. I also love how the potatoes are fully cooked through, but it still retains that kind of crunchiness. And now I'm gonna try some of those glass noodles with the beans. It's very, very pickled, very vinegary, super acidic. I'm not sure if this is entirely my thing, not gonna lie. But I can see how this pairs nicely with the pork hock because vinegary flavors always do so great at cutting through all that richness and heaviness from a braised meat, especially when it's as fatty as this one. And now I'm gonna try the egg. Nothing too special. It is a braised egg. A little bit salty, but I like the yolk inside because it adds this nice powdery creaminess to the whole rice. Pretty flavorful. And right now we are here at Aberdeen Centre. This was built back in 1989 and then remodeled in 2001. This place used to be a crown jewel of Richmond's Golden Village, which is a commercial district that's marked by a ton of Asian malls. Until this day, this place continues to serve many, many Chinese Canadians from Hong Kong, but right now I think it is a little bit more diversified. First up at Aberdeen, we are here at John 316. This is a Malaysian restaurant that was founded back in 2004, and they've become so popular that now they have an express outpost here in the food court. I've actually eaten at their restaurant at Broadway before, and I really like their chicken satay, so that's what we got here today. I also got the roti canai as well as this Milo drink right here. I love a good Milo. And here we have the roti canai, and it comes with this Malaysian curry on the side. Look at this piece right here. I'm gonna peel a little bit. It's real flaky. I'm gonna dip it in the sauce. All right, let's give it a try. Pretty good. I like how it's really flaky and you can definitely see the multi-layers in there. This makes a huge difference because it kind of adds to the crispiness of the entire roti. It gives it that airy texture. Flavor-wise, I'm getting hits of like green onion and also butter with a mild sweetness to it. And when you dip it in the side curry right here, because this curry has a very coconut savory flavor, together these are so powerful. And now let's try the chicken satay. When I last had this, it was so good, so I decided to come back here and order this again. Let's see how this holds up. The satay here comes with this peanut sauce. All right, let's give it a try. This tastes exactly like the ones I've had at the restaurant. So tender. And what I really love about this chicken satay here is that it has this really nice caramelized glaze on it. It's really sticky and it almost becomes like a creme brulee texture. So when you bite into it, it has this nice crispy crunch from that glaze. Almost feels like a meat dessert. I can definitely taste the turmeric lemongrass marinade in there. Really, really sweet, savory. A very, very tiny critique that I have is that the meat is a little bit dry, but it's still pretty nice. It's thigh meat, so it's pretty tender. And when you pair it with that peanut sauce, the peanut flavor makes it all the more aromatic. It's just a flavor bomb. So this is the Milo drink. This is one of my favorites when it comes to Malaysian and Singaporean restaurants. It's this chocolatey drink that I think originally came from an Australian brand. In Hong Kong, our version of this is probably Ovaltine. This right here is probably 400 calories packed in there, but it's so good. So what can you do? Let's give this a try. It's really diluted. I don't think there's enough Milo powder in here. Kind of disappointed, not gonna lie. But I guess we went from 400 calories to maybe 200. I'm gonna give it another try. Yeah, this is definitely a really weak Milo. Supposedly, it's really creamy and it has this very strong chocolatey, malty taste to it, but I'm not really getting as much flavor in here. So you're kind of drinking like a thin chocolate milk that is not very milky. And now we're gonna try Fung. This place has been around forever. I think at least 2 decades because I have so many friends who grew up eating here. The only right thing to order here is the fried chicken wings. It's called Fung in Chinese, and in English, it directly translates to wind sand chicken wings. And what that refers to is the crackly golden skin that you're seeing, and it's almost kind of like it's dusted with sand. A really good sign already is that they told me to wait 8 minutes for these wings, so you know they're gonna come piping hot and freshly fried. And here we have the famous fried chicken wings. Just look at how golden that fried skin is. Dang, they really give you the whole wing here. I think the skin is dusted with five spice, maybe a little bit of MSG and sugar as well. All right, let's give it a try. Wow, the skin here is so crispy. But what impresses me more is actually the tender chicken inside. It's so juicy. Flavor-wise, I would say it's kind of peppery, really savory. I really like the ultra thin crust on there. It's just so flavorful. And now I'm gonna try the drum part. Just as juicy and moist. And honestly, for $8, these are hefty sized wings. There's like 3 wings in there, and it almost weighs a pound, I swear. The only tiny critique I have is that it does lean on the greasy, oily side, but then it is also fried chicken, so. But for the price though, this is way better than KFC or Popeyes. This is so delicious. And now we're gonna check out Sunflower Fruity Dessert. My sister highly recommends this place for their Chinese desserts. They seem to be pretty popular with their baked sago pudding, so that's what we're gonna try today. So what's really cool about this place is that usually when it comes to baked sago desserts, you can only get them in like large sizes at banquets. And then you share it with a bunch of people. So to be able to find smaller sizes here, make it super accessible. So here we have the sesame flavored sago pudding. Just look at how beautiful this looks. This is definitely freshly made to order because I waited 18 minutes for this. 18. So on top of this pudding is this pineapple bun-like cookie crust, and it's brushed with egg wash, and then the inside should be coconut milk tapioca custard. It looks and smells so good. Let's give it a try. I can already tell that this is gonna be fantastic because as I dug my spoon in it, the sesame filling just came gushing out. This is gonna be good. It's really hot as well. Wow, this is so fucking good. It's so creamy and custardy inside. It has this really nice fragrant coconut flavor, and it's not too sweet. I can also taste the sesame in there, and the sago pearls are cooked perfectly. It complements the whole custard and the crust so well. It's very soft, a little bit chewy. That golden top is crispy and buttery, and then when you combine it with that soft custard and the sago pearls, it's just such a nice contrast in texture. You're getting that nice aroma from the coconut and that nuttiness from the sesame. Just such a great combo. This is definitely a must try if you ever visit this food court. So right now we're gonna check out Mambo Cafe, Mambo Ta Tan. This place is a Hong Kong style cafe that features a lot of Hong Kong comfort dishes. What's popular here is their baked pork chop rice, and this happens to be my go-to order at a Ta Tan Tang, so I'm super excited to try this. Oh my god, look at that. So what we have here is 2 slices of breaded pork chop over rice, drowned in this tangy tomato onion sauce, and then topped with mozzarella. And I just love seeing that smoky crust from the casserole rib. That's how you know it's baked to perfection. I'm so excited. Oh yeah. Wow. The sauce is so flavorful, really tangy. I would say it's really similar to like a very savory version of ketchup. You can definitely taste the sweetness in there. What I also really like about this place is that they add carrots and corn into their sauce. So you're getting a bit of that textural contrast when you're biting into it. And whether or not a baked pork chop rice passes my test is whether or not they have tao fan dai. Tao fan dai means fried rice base. This is such an important foundation for a baked pork chop rice because that's what makes it super fragrant to eat. The fried egg within the fried rice also gives it that nice savoriness. So important to have this in any kind of Hong Kong style baked dish. Another thing that I really love about this dish is seeing that nice cheese crust. I love it when it's slightly burnt. That's when you get that nice crispy texture, and paired with that gooiness inside, oh, it's just so creamy, so savory. And now I'm gonna try the pork chop. As you can see here, the pork chop is slightly breaded with this panko crust. Let's give it a try. You can tell that they velveted this meat so well. It's very juicy, really tender. Since the pork is drenched in sauce, I don't expect it to be crispy, but I still really like the breaded texture of it. It makes it really fun to eat, and the flavor is really on point as well. I can tell that they marinated this maybe in lemongrass and garlic. Really flavorful. Are you seeing the egg from the fried rice? That's when you know it's hella legit. All right, I'm gonna have a full bite. When you pair this piece of pork with the sauce and the cheese, it just makes it so hearty. It's such a good bite. You're getting that umami from the creamy cheese, that tanginess from the tomato onion sauce, and then the breaded pork chop also has this really nice lemongrass, garlicky flavor to it. And then you also get that fragrant fried rice. Oh, why can't we have more stuff like this in the Bay Area? We have such a big Cantonese population. And of course, we can't go to a Ta Tan Tang without ordering at least a lemon tea or milk tea. We're trying their Hong Kong style milk tea. I just love how they also have their packaged cup. Let's give it a try. I asked for less sweet because you know how I feel about sugar. It is less sweet indeed. It's got this really silky, velvety texture to the milk tea. I wouldn't say it's really creamy, so it's not super rich, not super heavy. I think the tea flavor could be stronger, but you can definitely taste the essence. It's subtly fragrant. Not bad. So right now we are here at Empire Centre. This is kind of a under the radar strip mall. It looks super modest from the streets, but the locals will tell you that the real action actually happens right here in the food court. So first up, we're gonna check out Cloud9. This place specializes in Taiwanese food, and I think they only opened around 3 years ago. It's opened by a Taichung couple, and they're definitely one of the more popular places here at Empire. Their menu focuses on Taiwanese fried chicken and pork chop. I think their chicken nuggets are the most popular items, so we're gonna go try that. So here we have the popcorn chicken nuggets. As you can see here, they gave a super generous portion. There's also some pickled veggies as well as a soy braised egg. Let's give it a try. Wow, it's so nicely fried and really juicy in there. They're definitely using thigh meat in here, which makes it a lot more moist and tender. In terms of flavor, I'm definitely tasting the garlic, the soy. There's a really nice coat of white pepper and salt. It really gives the chicken so much flavor. And when you combine it with that golden crispy crust, it's just so amazing. And now I'm gonna try some of the pickled veggies. I think this is a tofu right here. Really nice balance. It almost tastes like a fish cake. Cucumber is really nicely pickled. It has this nice, refreshing crunch, and it's really nicely sweet, but also has a good balance of acidity to it. It's not too sour. I just love it when they give you pickles to pair with anything fried because it really helps cut through that oiliness and richness. So good. So now we're gonna check out some food from Prataman Express. This place has been around since 2019 and they specialize in Malaysian Chinese dishes. They're really famous for their Hainan chicken rice, so we're gonna try that today. I'm also getting roti prata because I love a good pancake. I wanna see how it compares to John Malaysian. So right here we have the roti prata, which comes with a curry sauce. Ooh, look at that stretch. Definitely like this one a lot more than the one I had at John Malaysian. It's perfectly crispy and flaky, and the inside is airy and steamy with just a really nice chewy texture. You can just tell from the stretch when you first pull it apart whether or not a roti prata is going to be good. This place does it so well because it has this nice buttery flavor, and the curry in here definitely adds way more flavor to it. It's really savory, slightly spicy. I think I'm tasting beef in there. Definitely a denser curry compared to John Malaysian. I think I prefer this one better because it's just more fragrant and aromatic. So here we have the Hainan chicken rice. It comes with a deboned chicken, the chicken rice, and also some garlic and scallion. There's also this garlic chili sauce it comes with, as well as a side of soup. I'm gonna try it plain first. Wow, the chicken is so tender and juicy. I can definitely taste that they have pre-marinated it with some kind of broth, probably containing a bunch of spices. What I really like about it is that it has a nice firmness to it. Not mushy at all. Skin in here is also really nicely smooth and gelatinous, which is exactly how you want it to be. Now I'm gonna try it with the garlic and scallion. This right here is so powerful. It really elevates the chicken to the next level. It gives it so much fragrance and sharpness. A lot of the times when it comes to ginger scallions, I find it to be super heavy on the scallion side. You're not really getting as much with ginger, but here it has a really nice balance to it. It really makes the whole dish extremely aromatic. And now I'm trying this with the chili garlic. Oh my god, this sauce right here is like crack. So addictive. It has the perfect balance of sweetness, acidity, and right amount of heat. And there's so much garlic flavor in there. I could drink the sauce. That's how good it is. This is such a great Hainan chicken set. And speaking of which, we should definitely try the rice. The rice is definitely really flavorful. It's nicely fragrant. You can definitely taste the chicken oil and fattiness in there. The essence is really bright. Although I would say it leans more on the saltier side than umami. And now let's try the soup. Oh. What? Actually was not expecting the soup to be so spicy, very peppery, to the point where I can't really taste anything much other than that. I need to give it another try. Here's to the third take. Unfortunately, I think the soup here is really over-seasoned with that pepper. Super heavy-handed to the point where it's like spicy, which doesn't really make any sense to me. A lot of times when it comes to Hainan chicken, the soup is usually more of a chicken-based soup because that's what they poach it in. The soup here, it's kind of lacking that creaminess that I want. I don't think it's drinkable at all because of how peppery it is. And now I'm really craving water. And for our final stop, we are here at Richmond Public Market. This place is a two-story hawker hall, and it's really giving Hong Kong wet market vibes. It opened back in 1994, and till this day, it's still a super popular food hall with many Asian vendors and patrons. And first up, we're gonna check out Hei Hei Chuan Fun. This place opened around 5 years ago by a Cantonese family, and they're super well known for their rice rolls. That's literally all that they sell. Every roll is steamed to order, and you get to customize your own ingredients from beef to shrimp. So a pro tip that I have is to pre-order on the Fan Tuan app so you don't have to wait in line. It's a tad bit more expensive, but hey, time is also money. So that's what I'd recommend. And here we have the shrimp rice roll. I only chose one ingredient because I'm a purist when it comes to chuan fan. So when you pick it up, it comes with a chili oil as well as a packet of sweet soy sauce. They even branded it. So for the shrimp rice rolls, it really looks like it's rice rolls. And then on top of it, they threw some shrimp in there, added all the sauces on top. All right, let's give it a try. Wow. This is really good. The texture of the noodle is so on point. I just love the ruffles that you're getting here because it gives it that nice silky texture. It's super smooth and velvety when you put it in your mouth. And it also has a really nice chew to it. The whole thing is super slippery and it's not overly soft, not mushy at all. I also really like how the soy sauce is really sweet. It's not overly salty. It's perfectly seasoned. It's just such a good soy sauce. Even though the shrimp is on the smaller side compared to what you would usually get from dim sum chuan fan, it's really bouncy and it's definitely marinated in white pepper. And the chili oil in here really adds another layer of flavors. It takes it to the next level when it comes to the umami from the chili crisp. I really like that gentle kick. I think what's really unique about this rice noodle is that it has a really gentle, sweet flavor to it. It's super mild and it makes a world's difference because it just makes you want to eat more of it. It's super savory when you combine it with the soy sauce. Just such a perfect combo. And right now we're gonna grab some food from Patalicious. This place specializes in Taiwanese cuisine and you can even find railway station comfort foods on the menu. It's basically inspired by the chef's upbringing when he brought bento lunches on southbound trains. In fact, one of the signature dishes here is the railroad pork chop rice, which is what we're getting today. Here we have the railroad pork chop rice. So there's 2 layers of pork chop. It also comes with a spicy little sausage, soy braised egg, as well as some garlic cabbage. The pork smell is killing me right now. All right, let's give it a try. These flavors right here take me straight back to Taiwan. The pork chop right here is so nicely deep fried. It has that nice caramelized edge. It adds to that crispiness. And yet the inside, the center of it stays so juicy and moist. And the flavors, oh my God, it's literally what makes this whole pork chop shine so much. You can taste that sweet savoriness from the garlic, the rice wine, the 5 spices. It's just so flavorful. A fun fact about me is that I used to travel a lot to Taiwan for business. So this right here really is so nostalgic for me. So good. And now I'm gonna try some of the cabbage. The cabbage is perfectly blanched. It has this nice crunch and moisture to it. It also has a really gentle, natural sweetness to it that I really like. And remind you, I don't like veggies usually. And now let's try the Taiwanese spicy sausage. So cute. It's actually not spicy at all. It's more like a peppery flavor, really smoky. I also really like how savory it tastes. It has a really nice, gentle sweetness to it, which is how Taiwanese sausages are usually like. I'm actually really impressed by how the sausage is able to retain its moisture inside. Pretty good. And now let's try the egg. This is definitely one of the stronger soy braised eggs I've had. Really, really nice soy flavor in there. Very nicely sweet. And now let's try the pickled cabbage. Wow. Holy shit. This is really good. Oh my God. I feel like it's really hard to find good Taiwanese pickled cabbage outside of Taiwan, but holy shit, this one is really, really nicely done. It has the perfect balance of that vinegary flavor, the acidity, but also the sweetness, but not too sweet. And also it's nicely crunchy, just really packed with flavors here. And it goes so well with the pork chop rice because it's such a rich dish. Every component in this bowl just works so well together. It's also meticulously done, each one of them. If you love Taiwanese pork chop, you're gonna love this place. And right now we're gonna grab some noodles from Xi'an Cuisine. This stall has been around since 2016 and they specialize in Shanxi street food. Specifically, they're really well known for their hand-pulled noodles to the point where there's actually a counter where you can watch them pull the noodles in real time. But I think I went at an off time, so there's nobody there. But that's okay because we're gonna find out how good these noodles are by taste. So what we have right here is the spicy pork noodles. It looks so good in this porcelain bowl. This is definitely a first in this food court. Also, I know it's gonna be hella legit because the aunties in the kitchen are fighting each other. That's how you know. So this bowl right here is topped with braised spicy pork and also scallions. There's also some pickled cabbage that I'm seeing. And of course, the hand-pulled noodles. All right, let's try these noodles. The noodles are really chewy, really al dente. I love how cute they are. That's when you know it's a good noodle. The flavor profile definitely leans more vinegary. The black vinegar in here is actually quite strong. It adds this nice acidity that kind of balances out the spiciness. And I also taste a strong cumin scent. Very, very strong in spices, but not spiciness. The pork is also nicely stewed, pretty tender. It has a good balance of fat and lean bits in it that I appreciate. Flavor-wise, it tastes kind of like a generic soy braised kind of sauce. What I like about this dish the most is actually the different textures that are going on. It's really good contrast. There's the tender and fattiness of the pork. There's also the crunchiness from the cabbage and very, very refreshing. And then you also get these nice chewy noodles that makes it really, really fun to eat. Flavor-wise, I gotta be honest here, I don't think it's my thing. It's a bit too sour to my liking, but I can see how it works really, really well with spices. And that's just representative of the flavor profile from this region. Very, very savory and tangy. So for the grand finale of this tour, we're ending here at Egget House. This is actually my most favorite Hong Kong style egg waffle place. It's just so, so good. And I always go to the one on the Robson Street, but this is actually where it all started. This place is run by Hong Kong expats and they opened since 2021. And in case the name is not obvious enough, this place really specializes in egg waffles and they love doing creative flavors from bacon and cheese to Portuguese egg tarts. I'm actually a stuck-up traditionalist when it comes to egg waffles. I just like the plain OG because that's what I grew up eating. It's honestly the most nostalgic flavor for me, so that's what we're trying today. We're also gonna try the Portuguese egg waffle because my sister highly, highly recommends that. I think it's actually one of their most popular flavors. And this is actually my first time straying away from the OG flavor here at Egget, so I'm really nervous, but also excited to try it. My sister has done me no wrong when it comes to Rex. I also got the Hong Kong style milk tea because they're really, really good here. So here we have the traditional OG plain waffle. Oh, see how it just like cracks open? This is exactly what an authentic Hong Kong waffle should taste like. When it comes to the exterior, it should be light and crispy, but the inside, it should be moist and almost kind of like mochi-like. It should be a little bit chewy, and it should also be slightly bouncy. I hate it when people do it in a cake style. It's not supposed to be cakey. It must be chewy. The chewiness is really, really key here while maintaining that exterior crispy shell. When it comes to the flavor, I would say it's kind of mildly sweet, kind of like a vanilla flavor, but with like an eggy undertone to it. Not too sweet is my ideal version of an Egget. Very, very nice. And this one's real heavy. This is the Portuguese egg tart waffle. Let's give it a try. Oh my God, I can already see the custard in there. I don't know what kind of wizardry they're doing here. This is insane. The custard in there is so soft, and it really has the texture of a very, very nicely done Portuguese egg tart, the Chinese style, that is. And then it's still able to maintain this crispy exterior shell. And I can also tell that there's kind of like a nice caramelization on the waffle. Maybe they torched it with sugar or something. That runny lava-like custard in there, it kind of tastes like a cross between an egg pudding and a creme brulee. You get this nice, warm, silky custard that's just kind of like oozing out as you're biting into this. The textural contrast in here is literally insane. So nice. And finally, we're gonna finish off with the Hong Kong style milk tea, also known as si mat lai ta. If you want to translate it to English, it's actually called silk stocking milk tea. And before you freak out, it's actually a technique where you blend Ceylon tea and then you pull the liquor from this cloth filter that essentially aerates and also strips the bitterness from the tea. All right, let's give this a try.
Wow.
This hits the spot. This is such a good Hong Kong milk tea. It's velvety, it's silky, it's creamy, but yet still kind of light-ish. It's not too heavy, it's not super dense. I would say it's just the right balance when it comes to the thickness of the tea. There's definitely a strong Ceylon backbone in there, and there's also kind of this light floralness to it. A great way to pair with these egg waffles without feeling like you did a whole dessert overload. So good. Get the light sweet. So that's it for part 2 of our Richmond, Vancouver food court tour. And let me know down in the comments which spots you'd like me to try next. Don't forget to check out part 1 and like and subscribe for more Vancouver food content that I have on this trip. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys real soon. Bye!